Alright, and we're back. Stock's been simmering for 90 minutes. Meat's contributed all it's going to the stock. Vegetables have too. What we're going to do now, I'm going to take this pot and I'm going to dump it through the colander into this other pot. And we're going to hope everything's going to work alright size-wise. We may not need all that stock. What I need to do is separate all these vegetables and meat pieces. Vegetables get pitched. The hog back will get picked and the meat added to the beans as we go. Alright, what we've done, what I've done, is taken this whole bag of Great Northerns. I've rinsed them. As you can see, everything came out of the other pot. The meat and everything is still down in there. We're good to go with that. We're going to leave that in there for a minute. I get this mess cleaned up over here. Well, right now what we do, in order to do this right, is you got to bring, there's nothing but stock in here now. All the veggies, all the meats come out of here. I got nothing but stock and I got Great Northerns in here. You got to bring it back to a boil. The minute that it starts boiling, you cut it off, you put a lid on it, you let it set for 90 minutes. Now, as you can see, I'm hand picking these neck bones, and you get a right respectable amount of meat. I've still got 2 more big chunks to go, and that's about 2.5 chunks worth of meat there. So we're going to have a good amount of meat in our beans. Beans are steeping. Start to float to the top. Cover them back up, dummy. Keep them covered for another 80 minutes. At which time we'll add meat, possibly add the meat beforehand. It doesn't really much matter. Put in the diced tomatoes. Disregard the bush beer and the knife. And we'll go ahead and add our other vegetables that we were going to put in too at the time when we go ahead and start cooking this off again. And it'll cook for another 90 minutes after it sets for 90. That's pretty much where we're at. You know, the perfect complement to this bean soup is going to be some cornbread. We use a corn muffin mix here. What we like to do is put the sliced jalapeno peppers in the cornbread itself and bake it up. But cornbread and beans is just a combination that can't be beat. Alright, what we're doing now, bringing this back up to heat. It's set for 90 minutes. The beans have drawn in some liquid. They've, I don't know, steeped, I guess, is what I always refer to them as having done. What we're going to do now is add the can of diced tomatoes, our other set of vegetables, which would be 1 onion diced fine, 5 baby carrots diced very fine, and about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, minced. Mix all this together, and what we'll do is we'll get it boiling, cut it back to a simmer, and cook it for about another 90 minutes. We will check it periodically and make sure that the beans are doing okay. Give it a stir, and at the end of 90 minutes, as we talked about at the beginning of this thing, we will definitely check and make sure that the beans are cooked all the way through. You do not want to eat a bean that is not cooked all the way through. I'm telling you, it will tear your hind parts up. There it is, folks. The morning after. Probably the best pot of beans I ever made in my life. Somebody's been in these beans. It was a pretty good sized container. It's knocked down pretty good. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Apparently had a visit from Mr. Methane last night. He left his calling card everywhere he went through the house. Join us next time. We'll come up with something hopefully as good as this. Sure was tasty. Alright folks, I want to thank you for joining me for the first full episode. Nice like that video cookery, bean soup. Ready to go. We're going to sit down and have some. Thanks again. Keep checking the site. just as quick as I can get another one of these things put together, we're going to. I want to take time to thank JR on the camera. I want to thank Miss Sassy for picking up all the ingredients we had today. Her 15 children giving her a problem, but it's an ongoing situation we won't get into too much. So thanks a lot. We'll see you next time around.